Ever felt the icy grip of fear sneak up behind you, or that tiny tickle in your brain whispering, "Don't turn around"? Welcome back, horror fans. Tonight, we're exploring Netflix's top 10 horror thriller movies to watch right now in 2025, where psychological horror messes with your mind. Supernatural thrillers lurk in shadows, and cult classics remind you that fear is addictive. Some of these stories might make you peek under your bed more than once. Stick around, you might regret it. Number 10. See For Me, 2021. A former downhill skier, now blind, is trapped in a home invasion. Her only lifeline? A smartphone app connecting her to a battle-hardened veteran. Instinct, nerve, and panic collide. One wrong move, and everything changes.
Fire! To the basement and wait for the cops.
Is there anything in my way?
Wait, Sophie, wait!
Honestly, I flinched more than once watching See For Me. Sophie's fear is contagious. You feel each creak, each shadow, and her heartbeat almost becomes yours. The tension isn't in monsters but in the idea that a single misstep could be fatal. Sound design transforms a familiar home into a claustrophobic nightmare, and the veteran's guidance adds strategy and terror to survival. It's tight, clever, and surprisingly emotional. For me, this is a 7.8 out of 10, a chilling ride that lingers after the credits. And just when you think you're safe, a supernatural twist on art awaits. Bleeding into the next review.
Where are the cops? Who's gonna suspect the little blind girl, right? Open the door, please.
I'm gonna kill you.
No one's going anywhere.
Number 9. Velvet Buzzsaw, 2019. Los Angeles' art world is glamorous and lethal. Paintings by a mysterious artist start claiming lives. Satire, greed, and paranormal suspense collide, just when you least expect it.
He used blood to create the reddish blocks.
You ever notice anything about this painting? Look at it long enough, it moves.
Velvet Buzzsaw is absurd, stylish, and wickedly clever. The cursed paintings punish vanity and greed, blending horror with sharp social commentary. Jake Gyllenhaal shines, embodying panic and obsession as bodies pile up, often in grotesque, over-the-top ways. I laughed, cringed, and almost spilled my popcorn. The horror is unexpected, absurd, yet tangible, like watching a canvas bleed. For me, this is an 8.1 out of 10, a surreal supernatural ride that lingers. And just when you think you've seen the worst of LA, the frozen Alaskan wilderness beckons. Where darkness isn't just night, it's alive. Number 8. Hold the Dark, 2018. Alaska's wilderness is beautiful and terrifying. Missing children, a wolf expert, and horrors beyond nature. This psychological thriller blurs reality and myth.
Was scattered with pieces of bodies.
Hold the Dark fuses brutal realism with mythic dread. The Alaskan expanse itself is a character, silent, cold, oppressive. Human darkness competes with the wild, leaving you unsure what to fear most. Every shadow, howl, and tense pause ratchets up anxiety. I found myself tensing at trees, listening for footsteps that weren't there, and yes, a wolf's stare made me jump. The film is slow, but every moment builds a suffocating, icy dread. For me, this is an 8.4 out of 10, a haunting descent into isolation, survival, and human savagery. And just when you're shivering, a cursed red dress spins one unlucky woman into surreal, Jalo-inspired chaos.
Never seen anything like this before.
We're not talking about animals here, Mr. Core.
Well, if you say so.
Number 7. In Fabric, 2018. A red dress promises new beginnings, but delivers chaos. Cult classic horror blends surreal visuals, dark comedy, and dread into every scene. In Fabric is delightfully absurd and creepily precise. The red dress is almost sentient, turning desire into horror with every wearer. Giallo-inspired visuals, absurd consumerism, and dry humor make it unsettlingly fun. You'll laugh, then shiver moments later. Each accident, each haunting sequence feels meticulously timed, a darkly comedic rhythm of fear. For me, this is a 7.9 out of 10. Stylish, surreal, and disturbingly funny. And while greed and vanity pay their dues, the next film throws 50 strangers into a room where every vote could mean death, human nature tested to its darkest.
How's it going, Sheila? Everything's fine. Well, I'm young.
Number 6. Circle, 2015. 50 strangers, one room. Every 2 minutes, someone dies. Psychological horror strips morality to its bare bones.
I won't do it. I will not do it.
Circle is a pressure cooker of fear and morality. Watching strangers debate who should live or die, it's gut-wrenching, horrifying, and strangely hypnotic. Minimalistic visuals amplify tension. Every glance, hesitation, or lie could be fatal. I caught myself imagining my choices, uncomfortable, but inescapable. The simplicity of the setup magnifies the horror, making every second pulse with dread. For me, this is an 8.2 out of 10, a chilling, thought-provoking ride that exposes human selfishness and empathy alike. And just when you think obsession is contained, a man becomes dangerously fixated on a family in his old apartment, spiraling curiosity into psychological terror. Number 5. The Occupant, 2020. A former executive loses his job and becomes obsessed with the family moving into his old apartment. Curiosity spirals into a dangerous psychological horror, and you can't look away.
We're hemorrhaging money here.
It's our home.
How long do you think we can go on like this?
The Occupant builds tension slowly, showing how jealousy and obsession can turn everyday life into a nightmare. The former executive's descent is unnervingly relatable. Who hasn't felt envy? Watching him intrude, manipulate, and spiral, it's uncomfortable, thrilling, occasionally shocking. The psychological horror isn't ghosts, it's the monsters inside us. I whispered, "Don't do it," more than once. For me, this is a 7.7 out of 10, a tight, unnerving ride that exposes the dark side of human curiosity. And just when you think personal obsession is the limit, a detective faces nightmares closer than expected, in a city drenched in corruption. Number 4. Sector 36, 2022. In Delhi, child disappearances become personal when a detective's own daughter is threatened. Corruption and decay make this psychological horror uncomfortably real. Sector 36 blends investigative drama with tense psychological horror. Every street, institution, and familiar face hides threats. Watching the detective balance duty with parental panic, gut-wrenching. Fear isn't supernatural, it's human, palpable, omnipresent. Director layers suspense with moral ambiguity. Every phone call and shadowy alley ratchets tension. For me, this is an 8.3 out of 10, a chilling, intimate ride where reality itself feels dangerous. And just when you think danger is contained, a private investigator descends into a hospital full of blurred realities, where nothing and no one is as they seem. Number 3. God's Crooked Lines, 2022. A private investigator goes undercover in a psychiatric hospital to solve a suspicious death. Mind-bending psychological horror ensues as reality and delusion blur. God's Crooked Lines is cerebral, slow burning, and impossible to ignore. Reality slips, characters deceive, motives shift, and every scene becomes a puzzle. I leaned in, trying to predict outcomes, only to be blindsided by unsettling twists. Shadows, sound, and pacing amplify the tension. Mundane interactions feel menacing. Mind-bending horror hides in every corridor. Moral ambiguity gnaws at your gut. For me, this is an 8.5 out of 10, a psychological maze of suspense that lingers, making you question what's real, who's sane, and maybe even yourself. And just when you think ethics can't twist further, obsession and justice collide in a neon noir spiral. Number 2. The Pledge, 2001. A retiring detective vows to catch a child killer, but obsession twists duty into darkness. Neon noir tension grips the mind.
But you're retired. You don't work here anymore.
Jimmy drew a picture of a giant.
She called him the wizard. He was as big as a mountain.
The Pledge is dark, moody, unnervingly human. Jack Nicholson embodies obsession, where protection and punishment blur. Every step tightens suspense. The psychological horror seeps into your thoughts. Neon noir visuals, moral ambiguity, and shocking revelations make the story linger long after credits. I was riveted, anticipating dread, fearing each outcome. For me, this is an 8.6 out of 10, relentless. Intimate thriller exploring obsession, justice, and human darkness. And just when you think the mind has reached its breaking point, a brother returns. Unrecognizable, twisting memory, time, and identity into the ultimate psychological nightmare. Number 1. Forgotten, 2017. A young man witnesses his brother's abduction, only for him to return, change. Memory, identity, and time unravel in a nerve-rattling psychological thriller. Forgotten is a masterclass in suspense. Twists hit hard, tension is relentless, and stakes are crushing. Watching Jin Sook piece together memory and reality, every revelation left me whispering, "No way," before the next shock. Pacing, framing, and timing are perfection. Even small details unsettle. Psychological horror builds not from monsters, but from identity itself, leaving you questioning what's real and what you thought you knew. For me, this is a 9.0 out of 10, a tense, mind-bending ride that lingers long after the screen goes dark. And with that, the ultimate nightmare ends, or has it only just begun? Netflix's top horror thriller list in 2025 spans psychological horror, supernatural chills, and cult classics. Some films twist the mind, some warp reality, and a few might even make you laugh nervously in the dark. Which movie scared you the most? Dare to comment below, and follow so you won't miss the next deep dive into fear itself.